What's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review, recap, whatever you guys want to call it, for Scandal Season 2, Episode 8. I believe that this was the 8th episode. I skipped one last week, so I'm kind of off. But anyway, you guys, oh my God. Was not that show something to see? Oh my God, so entertaining. I'm telling you, this show is so good. But anyway, the video gonna be real long, so let me just get to it. So the show opens up, with the news, and the reporter is trying to let us know whether or not the president has been shot. I don't know if you guys was like me, but I was getting real frustrated with him because at first he said he did get shot, then said he didn't get shot, and I was just like, what is it? They flash to the night of the shooting, and you guys, it's just a whole bunch of pandemonium. You hear gunshots ring out, everybody is screaming and running, and you know, the Secret Service is trying to make sure that they cover the president. However, you do see one lady get shot, and at first I thought it was Mellie, because you know, Mellie had on the same color dress as the Asian lady that ended up getting shot. So at first I thought it was Mellie, then I realized it wasn't. But you do see for sure that Fitz gets shot a whole bunch of times, like 3 or 4, I think they said 4 or 5 times or something like that. You know, he's flipping all the way around and everything, you know, so they're trying to protect him. They rush him off to the hospital, okay? Everybody is at the hospital. Mellie is there. She's raising all kinds of hell, trying to figure out what's going on with her husband. Olivia is there as well, and Olivia is kind of floating in and out of existence, okay? She kind of going through the hallways, you know, she can't really hear, you know, she kind of like off a little bit because she just can't believe that this has happened. But she does finally find Fitz, and he is on the gurney, and he is bleeding. He's got tubes coming from everywhere, bandages, you know, he looked like he's blue, and you know, okay, so now reality is set in. Yes, her man has been shot. Now, the way that they filmed this show, you guys, was with a series of flashbacks, and the flashbacks were designed to let you know exactly why and how they got to where they were today. So it gave you some clarity on Fitz and Olivia's relationship. It let you know how Cyrus and James eventually got their relationship off the ground. It let you know about the Hollis Doyle debacle, you know, how they have their relationship with this judge. It let you know how Olivia came to get back in touch with Huck, and how all of these things tie together for what has happened in this, you know, in this last season. First, let's start with Cyrus and James. Okay, it was a innocent enough relationship. You know, Cyrus was this conservative Republican, and he was gay. He was seeing one of the White House correspondents and a reporter, you know, and he was seeing him behind closed doors. So I guess he wasn't really ready to come out the closet. However, everybody in Washington knew that he was gay. So, you know, Olivia just kind of told him that he needs to just come on out the closet. I think that it's a good balance to see Cyrus and James's relationship, because without James being there, we would all see that Cyrus really is a monster. Remember, he told Mellie that she might be an animal, but he's a monster. James softens his edges because, you know, Cyrus does want to make his mate happy. So that's a good balance to see, because otherwise we would see that Cyrus ain't no joke. Okay, Cyrus is not no joke at all. As far as Fitz and Olivia goes, you guys, this is your typical illicit affair where feelings are running really, really high. She was basically his right-hand man next to Cyrus. She's like a really brilliant strategist, and she helps them a lot. So they're like a team. Also behind closed doors, you know, she's having this affair with the president. They're telling each other that they're going to stop this, that they're not going to keep continuing on with this. Actually, I think that really Olivia is telling him that they're going to stop it. I don't think he had any plans of stopping that relationship. And of course, throughout the whole show, we get a whole bunch of hot and heavy sex scenes. Okay, one of them being the sex scene in the Oval Office. Okay, so Fitz comes home from his inaugural ball, and actually he's been to 4 of them. He's been with Mellie, he's been dancing, he's been politically correct, he's been right, he's been in front of the camera. So now he just wants to be with his woman. So he comes back to the Oval Office, calls her, tells her to come there. She comes down, you know, and it's this whole cat and mouse, you know, we shouldn't do this, we can't do this, but we all know what's about to happen. She tells him, you know, that this can't happen, and he was like, yeah, you know what, I think it can happen right there on that desk. I was like, boy, you better come on and get on this desk. Y'all, it goes down right on the Oval Office desk. I was like, damn. Can you imagine having sex on the Oval Office desk? I mean, can you imagine how powerful that must be? I mean, I bet you that. I mean, I was turned on, shit. But as far as affairs go, you guys, this one is no different. You know, they sneaking glances and giggles in the hallways, hugs and kisses when they are, you know, having a few moments together alone, and all the usual frustrations that go along with being in an affair. Comes to a really big head in the White House Rose Garden, and you guys, really, you guys know I'm a romantic anyway. Oh, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. She meets up with him and she's like, listen, I cannot do this anymore. I can't do this. You know, I smile for her, talking about his wife, and I take off my clothes for you. You know, you have a family, you have kids, you know, you are the president, you have a responsibility to the free world. You know, I cannot keep, you know, you take a lot of my thoughts, a lot of my, you know, a lot of my day is consumed with you. I cannot do this anymore. Well, how about you guys? Brother man, he just laid it out there for her. He was like, listen, don't you think that I want to be a better man? Don't you think I want to be faithful to my wife? I do all of this because I belong to you. I am yours. I cannot breathe without you. I think about you all the time. You consume every bit of part of me. I think about you. I want you. I love you. He was just like, I exist for you. And I was like, I exist for you! Oh my God. Oh, you guys. Has somebody told you that they exist for you? This is the kind of love that is so strong and just so, you guys, I'm telling you, I was just like, oh my God, no, they exist for you, okay? He was just like, we are in this together. It's not just you. We are in this together. Olivia was just taken aback because I guess she probably, in her mind, felt like she has all these feelings for him, and he probably thinks of her as a quick fuck. Because he's the president, and, you know, she's this black chick. You know, he was just like, don't be trying to pull out this black race card on me. No, I love you. I exist for you. And, of course, Olivia can't fight away that type of passion, okay? When somebody proclaims their love, professes their love for you in that sort of way, but as these things go, Olivia cannot stand the guilt, okay? You know, she's in the White House, and like I said, they're doing all this, you know, behind closed doors, behind people's backs, namely Mellie, who is his wife, and she can't take it anymore. And what finally is the last straw is when Mellie, you know, she lets Olivia know, basically, that she knows that, you know, the president loves her and that they have this thing going on. Side note, you guys saw that the damn, Secret Service agent is the one who is snitched. I'm telling you, that's the same snitch ass bitch that told when she went hunting with Fitz in the damn woods. Remember when he told on the damn president then? Well, he told again this time. So Mellie knows now, really knows that there's something going on with Fitz and Olivia. However, Mellie being always about her business, okay, she knows that they are all a team and that they put him in the White House for a reason, and she's fine with it. She's not really fine with it. I mean, you can tell she's hurt, but she's just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna have the stiff back, and I'm gonna move on forward with my plans, okay? He's still gonna be the president, I'm still gonna be the first lady, you're gonna make him happy over there on the side, and we're gonna all be okay. But yeah, Olivia can't take it like that, so she goes on, puts in her letter of resignation, and of course, Fitz is crushed. He's lost his woman. We also got to see how the voting cover-up all happened. So evidently, the Asian chick that was shot, she used to be Olivia's assistant when Olivia was the press secretary for the White House. I guess the way it worked was the Asian girl handled the small things and Olivia handled the bigger things. Well, one time and they're in the hallway and the Asian girl goes, there's a reporter that might be a little bit of a problem because he's talking about some voter irregularities in Ohio, but I'll handle it. No, Olivia's like, no, I'm going to handle this one. She's like, oh, this is small stuff. I can take this in here. Olivia's like, no, I got this one. Don't worry about it. Because you guys know Olivia can't be having no damn reporter digging through the archives. And she definitely don't need the Asian girl to know what happened either. Okay, so she goes and this is when she calls Huck. Okay, now you guys, Huck. I know Huck then went off the deep end and everything, and I know that, you know, he was hot and heavy into killing people, and you know it drove him crazy and everything. But damn, did he have to look like that? I mean, that damn Huck looked like Captain Caveman. I was just like, why this shit got to be bouffanted all the way out? That poor Huck ain't never got caught up in the homeless people sweep. You know, when they come on down the street with the truck and get everybody and they, you know, they clean them up, give them a haircut and feed them and everything. No, Huck missed that truck every single time. I was like, that make him look that crazy. Now, he was fucking all the way. He looked like he had a whole nest of bugs. Like, it could have been sections of different things going on. Anyway, you guys, he gets in touch with Huck, okay, because she needs Huck to find out information on this reporter. This is how she ends up saving Huck from himself, and kind of bringing him back into the fold, getting him cleaned up, and working back for her. But anyway, Huck finds out the information on the reporter. Then she goes on to Hollis Doyle, and she's like, listen, we need to handle this, okay? There's somebody that's looking into the voting machines, and we don't need that. Well, Hollis Doyle is just like, hey, don't worry about it. I got it. Later on, Olivia finds out from the Asian chick that the company that made the software for the voting machines, that there was an explosion, okay? And that 7 people died. Okay, well, Olivia is like, fuck. I told that damn Hollis to handle it, but damn, 7 people died. Like, I didn't know all this was going to happen. She goes and talks to Cyrus, and Cyrus was like, listen, those people died, for their country, okay? We can consider them patriots. Cyrus is just like, we not really going to get off the path of what we trying to do here. Yeah, it's too bad that they died and everything, but we got bigger fish to fry than them 7 people. Olivia's still kind of just like, wow, what have I gotten myself into? She goes and talks to Hollis Doyle, okay? And Hollis was like, listen, you told me to handle it. I ain't got time to be slicing and dicing things up into what you want me to do. You said handle it, and I did. Blew them fuckers up, okay? Hollis is what you call a line drawer, okay? And Hollis only got 2 ways he gonna be, on that side of the line or on this side of the line. Now, you want me to handle it? I'm gonna go blow them motherfuckers up, okay? I bet you they ain't talking about them damn vote machines no more. So he committed to it, you guys. He jumped all the way in, okay? And when Olivia was trying to reprimand him and fuss at him about doing something wrong, he was like, listen, we done all did something wrong in our lives. We done all did a few things, okay? But you never get your cherry back. And then we also got a glimpse of why the vice president and the president and all of his staff all have this really strained relationship. Evidently, when they were trying to run, they needed that vice president on their ticket. Fitz told her that if she would run with him, that he would give her the first choice for the Supreme Court justice when a seat became available. Unbeknownst to Fitz, Olivia and Cyrus had already promised this Supreme Court justice seat to the other lady, the old white lady judge. I can't remember her name, you guys. So it was kind of a mess here, because the president was going to let the vice president pick it, and Olivia and Cyrus already had other things in mind. So the old lady white judge was just like, you guys better fix this. Y'all told me that I was going to be in that seat. Damn it, I plan on being in that seat. Do something about it. So what they do is Cyrus goes and leaks to his boyfriend at the time, James, and says, listen, I know who's going to be the next Supreme Court justice, and he gives him his name. Well, what do reporters do? They dig, okay? And dig he did, and he finds out that this guy had a juvenile record when he was 15 years old, okay? So you're not going to have no Supreme Court justice be, have the seat if he has a record. And, the reporter, he exposed it. So that was it. The guy was not going to be chosen. Well, the vice president, she was pissed about it, because she knew that, that they leaked that information. She was obviously, she was very sure that Cyrus is the one who did it. And from then on, she ain't like none of them damn people in that damn staff, okay? So they have like this thin patience with each other at best, okay? Nothing more. The vice president doesn't like Cyrus, and the feeling is mutual. And that brings us back to today, okay? Today, the president has been shot, and it's a whole bunch of confusion, okay? They have all these orders to get all the important people of Washington, in secured bunkers. When they're supposed to get the vice president to her bunker, she's just like, oh, no, don't take me to no damn bunker. Take me to the south lawn of the White House, okay? You guys know that nobody gets to land on the south lawn of the White House other than the president. So they take her there. She lands. She gets out. She talks to the press. She's just like, I know that everything is a mess right now, but you guys don't worry about it. I got it. I am here. I am stepping in, basically as the president. Oh, well, why did she do that, y'all? Y'all know that Cyrus was pissed off, okay? Because he was just like, oh, no, she was supposed to be down at the damn bunker. As soon as she goes to the office, man, Cyrus goes stomping in there. He closed that damn door. He is fussing at her like, listen, you are not nothing more than the vice president. We still have a president, and until his ass die, you ain't nothing more other than a damn vice president. So don't come up in here trying to make no decisions. You need to take your ass to the bunker. You are threatening the security of the United States of America. She ain't trying trying to hear it, y'all. She ain't listening. She's just like, look, that motherfucker is shot up on the gurney somewhere. I am really not worried about it, okay? You ain't fixed to tell me nothing to do. He was just like, they will carry your ass out of here if you don't walk it out of here. She was just like, oh, well, whatever. Okay, so she goes on. She plays nice right then, but we find out that she is trying to get the signatures needed to finally step in as the president, because the president is in, you know, nobody really knows his status. I mean, we know that he's been shot, that he's been in operations or whatever, but nobody really knows what's going on with him. When Olivia tells Cyrus that, he's just like, you know, only one person can stop that. So Olivia goes to see Mellie. Okay, Mellie is at the hospital. She's sitting there, you know, she looks distraught and everything, and she looks at Olivia like, don't come up in here trying to act like we friends or nothing. What the hell are you doing here? And Olivia's like, the vice president is about to step in as the president. She has a signature. She only needs 2 more. You know, we need you to talk to the American people. Y'all know Mellie, okay? Always about her business. She was like, give me something to wear. I loves me some Mellie. That Mellie is hard, okay? She bought her business. So Mellie goes, she talks to the press. She's just like, you know, the president, he's been shot, but he's fighting in the operation rooms, and, you know, he is still the president. He hasn't given up on you guys. Please don't give up on him. Doesn't work, okay? The vice president gets whatever she needs, and sister girl is sworn in. When I tell you how mad Cyrus was, you guys, that Cyrus was so fucking mad. I was like, you're gonna have a heart attack, Cyrus. Calm down. That Cyrus cleaned everything off the damn desk. He was whooping and hollering and carrying on in that office. He slid down the side. He was breathing. I was like, Cyrus, all right, now you can't take this. You can't take it. You could feel how pissed off Cyrus was, how much they had worked, how hard they had worked to get Fitz in that office, how they had swindled and lied and put things in place and did illegalities and just all kind of things for it all to end up like this. For the vice president to be winning when they couldn't stand her to begin with, yeah, it was terrible, you guys. And then, of course, you guys, we come to who shot Fitz. Well, at the end, the news reporter is discussing what some of the witnesses said that they saw at the shooting. They said it was a man who was of average build, who was average height, who was wearing a red hoodie. And I was just like, Harrison, you know, shit, that could be any damn body, okay? But then they said that he had a buzz cut, and I knew immediately. And sure enough, okay, it flashes to the gunman in the room. From his vantage point, you know, he does the shooting or whatever, and he is picking up his guns, his weapons to put back and to pack up to get out of there, and the camera flashed on his face, and it's Huck. Huck got this frantic look on his face, and I was just like, no, Huck. Yeah, I know Huck likes the whiskey, okay? I know Huck got to do his whiskey and everything, but damn. And that kind of brings me to this, you guys, now. Huck is a trained killer, right? Okay, he said plenty of times that he does his job very well, so why didn't he kill the president? He did kill the other girl, but why didn't he kill the president? I know there's all kind of theories that's going around. People are saying stuff like, you know, he's in love with Olivia, and that's why he killed the president. And then I heard some people say that, no, it's the new girlfriend, and she put him up to it some kind of way. You gotta remember, you guys, Mellie knew something about what was going to happen that night. I don't know if she knew for sure what exactly was going to happen, but she knew something. And it almost seemed like when she fell down on the ground that she was kind of mad. Did you guys see her reaction when she was down there? It wasn't really the reaction of fear. It was almost a reaction of anger. So I think it's a little bit more to the reason why Huck shot but did not kill the president. You guys let me know what you think. The rumor is that the president is leaving the show. And I don't know if you guys have heard that or not, but I've heard that they are writing the president off the show, and this might be the perfect way for him to go. You know, he might die. I know that really hurts a whole bunch of people's heart to really think that, but you know, they can't keep this whole thing going on with him and Olivia. Something's got to give. So yeah, that is what the rumor is. And did you guys know that that was the guy from Ghost? I did not know that until I was on Twitter last night. That is the guy who was Patrick Swayze's old backstabbing ass friend who worked at the company, who was trying to get with Demi Moore, and was the one who basically got Patrick Swayze killed. Did y'all know that? Y'all remember he died when the window fell down and he got stabbed or something. And then he got pulled down to the depths of hell from the spirits that was like. Y'all like that sound? I sound just like him, didn't I? That shit used to scare me. Even back then when I would watch it, I was like, oh, this kind of scary. But yeah, that's him. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. Alright, you guys, so that's it. The show is going to be off after next week for like a month and a half or something. Throughout the holidays and the new year and everything, the show will be off. So it's going to have like its winter finale next week, and then I guess it's on some sort of like winter hiatus. Make sure that you watch it next week. I will promise that I will do a review for it next week, and then we just going to sew it on up. But you guys, don't you love this show? You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. Alright? Alright. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.